Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, my name's Vanessa Lee. As you can see, I'm stood right next to my Monstera Albo. I'm just going to stand up straight, although I'm going to be slightly out of shot. This plant is almost the same height as me. When I bought the plant, this leaf had just unfurled, so we've got a lot of leaves. I don't know exactly how long I've had this plant. I'll put the time up. Clearly loves growing, but has grown out of its space, and I might just put in a photograph if I have one, because we're chopping now. But yeah, I just want to kind of jump into it, and I have already soaked some leca balls, but I actually only just did that now. So today I just want to cut the plant, and then I'll just kind of plonk it in a pot, and I'll come back tomorrow in the morning and do the bottom part of the plant. But yes, let's do this. I'm very excited. A pair of scissors, and I also bought this knife over with me. It's actually a paper cutter. So I think I'm going to cut it. Let me show you where I'm going to cut it first actually. I'm actually cutting for this node here. Hopefully you can see that. It's kind of a little bit to the side of the pole there. Just put my knife on top of it. Okay, so what I need to do is cut just above that node, so that will be a new shoot for the bottom part of the plant. So let's do this. Okay, I think I'm going to cut the plant first before cutting the pole. And this looks like a really nice area to cut it actually, because there's quite a bit of white variegation on the stem there compared to a little bit further up. It's a little bit darker. So who knows, maybe the next leaf will come out and it'll be really nice and pale. So yeah, I'm going to just cut. Wow, I just cut it. Now I just want to cut around the pole. Okay, we're getting there. Ah! Oh my goodness, I did it. I think I did it. Did I? No. No, 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 no. And there's water everywhere. This is not good. Okay, so I've mopped up all the water. The plant is fine. It stood over there. Oh, it was so stressful for no reason. Okay, so let's just get the top of this plant off. Something seems to be, maybe I still need to cut something, or it might be the roots actually, in which case, yeah it is, it's the roots. Come a little bit closer. So yeah, this root here, can you see how thick it is? That one, I'm guessing. Do you know what, I think I might just cut it. Okay. There's so many. Try and wiggle some moss off. Yeah, it's grown quite far down. Okay. So I have this little guy. And this one, they're almost the same height. How adorable is that? That's so cute. I'm really happy. I'm going to put the camera down because I actually just want to take some moss out the bottom. yeah, it's going to be a messy job. So I might as well just do all the mess now, and then tomorrow I can like clean my apartment and that kind of stuff. But yeah, you can see the roots in there. A lot of roots. Good thing is that the sphagnum moss is actually quite moist. These bits here, I think I'm going to cut them off because they're actually causing a bit of pain to peel off. Oh, I'm pleased. And it's good that they're the same kind of height. Quite like that. Little twins. Don't know where the other part's going to go. I think this top cut I'm going to put back in the area that it was. And it will just grow up towards that grow light again. And it'll also get some natural daylight now. Now that it's more springy. So yeah, luckily this plant has a lot of roots, so cutting them shouldn't have been too drastic. The parts of the roots that are in the other part of the plant that belong to this section of the plant will probably just die off, I guess, which is a shame. So we're going to have like maybe some dead roots and stuff in that pole. But I might actually, I was saying in one of my other videos that don't want to have more plants with on sphagnum moss poles. So I think I'm going to start using an aeroid mix in the pole and see, because it's going to be a lot easier to, dismantle compared to the sphagnum moss. Sphagnum moss is sometimes a little painful. I don't know how much I'm actually going to be able to get off, but for now I'm just going to stand that in a pot. Oh my god, he looks so cute. So cute. Yeah, I mean, it clearly needs its leckables and stuff. But look, it's a little bit taller than the other one. It's adorable. I'm absolutely in love with this plant. Is it gonna, what is it doing? I might need to cut the pole again. Okay, so here is the bottom cut, and I'm just going to show you once again where that new stem is going to come out from, which is just there. And yeah, tomorrow I'll probably like tidy this up. Obviously going to need to remove a whole lot more of this stuff. And I also need to try and get a pole on top. So yeah, that's going to be pretty hectic because there's this really thick root right here. So I might have to cut the front grid off and then we'll figure it out tomorrow in the morning. But I'm just really pleased that now this actually feels quite moist as well. So I'm quite happy. I think that part of the plant should grow quite nicely. I just hope there's not too many dead roots in there. And then on the other side, I have this guy, which looks absolutely amazing. Tomorrow I'm going to come back and just put some lecker balls in the bottom here and then fill the rest of this pot with lecker balls, and then that way it will stay, it'll just kind of stay more in place like that. It'll stand up. Oh my gosh, I can't actually believe how much Monstera I'm going to have now. That is like a whole wall of Monstera. I'm so pleased. I don't know where they're both going to live. But we'll sort that out tomorrow in the morning. So it is a brand new day. I just got up and I can't wait to show you what my plants are looking like now. So I've now got those, well, I've got a lot of Monstera Albo, but two quite large plants. Let me show you. So there is the bottom cut. I'm so happy with it. It looks really big and bushy. I mean, even though that's just half the plant. Looking fabulous. And I can now take care of its moss pole much easier. And yeah, that way I can water it with the stuff that I actually want to water the plant with, which is a bit of a mix. I'll talk about that when we sit down and have a bit of a chat towards the end of this video. Yeah, but so that's that plant and it looks very happy there. Ta-da! Look at this. So yes, I have moved some things around. Oh, I just love it there. Yeah, so I'm loving it. Loving it. Everything's looking very cute over here. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna sit down now and yeah, just finish off this guy's repot. Okay, I am back with my plant. I'm so happy. I'll just take it out. So the good thing about me chopping the plant yesterday and not actually finishing the repot is that at least this cut got a chance to callus over. So it hopefully won't go soggy once it's sat in the pot. Once it's sat in the pond. Why do you keep wobbling that way? Okay, well, it's just for a moment. Right, I'm not going to be using this vessel because there's no drainage, and with the moss you definitely need drainage holes. Well, the way that I water the plant, you would definitely need them. Okay, so earlier I just kind of put some holes along the bottom of this Tupperware, which I bought from the pound shop. I've got my sphagnum moss. I have a towel, just in case there's an accident, which there probably will be at some stage. And I have these lecker balls, which have been soaking in fertilized water. The strength that I use is for hydroponic plants. I didn't use a strength that you would use for plants in soil. Itchy nose. Yeah, so a quarter of the strength basically of what you would normally use with your soil plants. Okay, so first things first, I want to just drain these things. I don't know if you can see very much, so I might tip the camera down. Actually, let me do that first before I get invested. Do I want to tip it in there? Yeah, I do. Cool. my lecker balls. Now I do not want to end up spilling that, because you know what I'm like sometimes. Okay, so yesterday I did take out some sphagnum moss just so that I could get some lecker balls in there. I've got like some really quite hardcore roots, and I'm not entirely sure if I should maybe cut them. Okay, so I've got a couple of options. I have already cut a moss pole. Where is it? I put together this moss pole. So what I could do is cut a piece off the bottom, because I will need to use the other part for the other part of the Monstera, because I want to put part of, yeah. So yeah, that's what I could do. I could just do like a little extension and then clip it on. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I'm just kind of worried about some of these roots. And I think I want it, well, I suppose if I cut it here, I'm like literally looking at the line underneath, and then hopefully that'll work out for me. Hopefully. And I think these poles are quite brittle, and what I found with buying these moss poles, sometimes you know, you find like what you think you find like a really good company, and then they change, or maybe they can't get hold of exactly the same one that they had before, but it's so frustrating, because these ones are kind of brittle. You have to be really careful how you cut into them. Okay, good. So I'll save that for the bottom part of my Monstera. And then this, I'm just gonna carefully get those roots in. Like, oh, please, please, please. Okay, so I can't actually go up any higher than that. Yeah, I'll probably just cut wherever that was. I think it's there. I'm going to cut a section out. Brilliant. Okay, let's put you there, baby. Now, this I'm actually going to attach to this pot, which was clean. Yeah, then I'm going to attach this to this pole. So I'm going to need my soldering iron. I'm just going to go quickly and do that, and I'll come straight back. I really hope that this works out. Okay, so 2 holes have gone straight through. Oh my god, this is brilliant. Okay, it is attached. That is the bottom section. Now, smart move would be to put the lecker balls in first. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I want a nice layer of lecker balls. Okay, that's kind of the height I think that I'm going for. Yeah, with my Monstera Albos, I do like to water them with something slightly different. I'm now going to get some sphagnum moss. I think I'm going to layer some on top, and then I'll just push the plant in. Just hope that, well, we're going to find out, aren't we? I wonder if I should have gone a little higher with the lecker balls or not. I might have to do, let's just measure it up a little bit. So with that has to be about there. Yeah, I think that's as high as I can go with the lacquer balls. Put some sphagnum moss there on the bottom. And then, brilliant. And then, there's lovely roots and stuff in there. Oh, okay. It's on. Now with the smaller zip ties, hopefully I can lay this down now and nothing will happen. Yeah, I'll probably end up having to use quite a few zip ties here. Just so that it's super sturdy. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little clips on, and I did have some spaces. Actually, there's another space there. So I am just kind of filling some of these little spaces up, and actually that's making the pole sit a bit better. Let's see how sturdy this thing is going to feel. Wow, that feels really good. So now I'm just going to fill this bit in with lacquer balls. Simple, she says. I'll try not to spill them everywhere. Maybe we can use this. Oh, that actually worked out so nicely. I think in the future that's what I'm going to do. Attach the bottom first. Just need to kind of get the measurements better. But yeah, I'm happy with that. And I think that's as high as I'm going to go. She says. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. And it's attached. Brilliant. I think I might just put a little layer of moss on the top. I always find that when I put a nice new fresh layer just slightly above the latest leaf, yeah, I just find that just going slightly above that leaf really helps with encouraging the next leaf to come out. Now this one's going to be tricky, and I'll show you why. So this one has a root right here, so I'm going to have to cut the pole again like I did last time. I'll have to kind of cut several grids off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it. I definitely need to cut that part of the grids off, just so that it will get over. I don't know if you're gonna really be able to see it, but yeah, just so that it can kind of get over that. And then I want it to come down far enough so that I can then still put it back over here. So it needs to come down as far as that. Okay, I'm going to start cutting. Okay, so yeah, I kind of cut that grid out. Hopefully that is wide enough. And then all I need to do now is try and get it over that kind of root thing. Is it wide enough? Just make it a little bit wider. Okay. And now hopefully I'll go on without any complaints. Please, 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 please. Ooh. Brilliant. Okay, and now I'm going to just put some zip ties on. So you can't really see what's going on here. Okay, here. So yeah, I've got this root here, but that's fine. There's the top, which is kind of bending inward a bit, which is annoying. And then on this side, what's happening here? What's happening? Okay, cool. I think I'll start on this side. Okay. Yay, finally. Come on. Come on. One there. I'll try another one here. Closer. Yeah, this kind of grid thing is a little bit in the way here, so I'm just going to cut that bit off. There. And then hopefully I can yank that over a bit. Okay, it's on. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Looking good. So that's nice and secure. And I'm just going to top this up with some sphagnum moss. Get it nice and cozy. That's both the plants done. And this one is all prepped and ready for the new leaf. Oh, just need to squeeze some in this hole here. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I did it. I actually did it. And I've been thinking about doing it. Well, the first time I thought about chopping the Monstera in half was actually towards the end of 2024 summer, so last year. But I just thought that's just not the right time to cut the plant. That's just nuts. Because obviously you want the next leaf that comes out to be, you know, roughly the same size would be nice, but it's unlikely with the bottom cut. I think the next one will probably look a little juvenile or a bit weird maybe. And then hopefully the one following will be larger. So hopefully I got the timing right. We are at the beginning of spring, or more or less. So hopefully I got the timing right. We'll start getting some really lovely warm summery days. I love where it's sitting at the moment. Obviously it's going to get bigger and then I'm going to have to find another place for it to go. But it will get some really lovely day light, natural light, that's the word. It does at the moment have a Sansi bulb, which I've just turned the other way because it was shining in my head. So yeah, it does also get that all day for like the gloomy days. And then the other part of the plant, I'll put some B-roll in. It's looking very cute. It's back in its spot that you saw earlier, and most definitely is getting more than enough light where it is. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm really pleased that I actually, because I mean, I was worried. I was very worried about doing the chop because it was growing so well and I just didn't want to tempt fate. But yeah, and then I just want to kind of like go over very quickly what I water my Monstera Albo with. So I clean the water, I clean it with this water maker. You would use this with your fish, so that's just kind of get any kind of chlorine and all of those things out of the water. Then I go in and I add this stuff, which is liquid silicone, and I put 3 mils of this in. I do like a 5 litre bottle, and I'll put 3 mils of this in. The instructions and everything are on the back. Oh, I put 1 mil of this stuff in to clean the water. Then I put 3 mils of this silica in to put silica in for 5 mils of water. And then I balance the pH. So I test the pH of the water. Generally it will come up at about 7.5 maybe. And then I use this stuff to lower the pH. And I put 2 mils in a 5 litre. So I kind of wrote it on there. Just to remind myself, because I don't have to keep reading the instructions every time. Yeah, so I mix up 5 litres of water just like that, and then every time I want to fertilise these plants, I will then add the fertiliser. So I'll pour some into my watering can, which holds 1 litre, and then I'll put the amount of fertiliser that I want in here. So because they're on, this one's in soil and it's got moss, it was getting half the strength of what you would use for soil, but double the strength of what you would use for semi-hydroponic. The other one is going to be stood in leckable, so predominantly semi-hydroponic, so I'll probably reduce it to 0.5. Now I haven't been doing it a lot with these plants, well, with this plant I haven't really been able to water the plant with that much silica. Like when I take it to the shower, I generally like wash it down, I wet the moss pole, and then I'll just water the moss pole with some of my silica mix. But behind me I've also got another Monstera Albo, and I actually probably need to water it. Oh no, it does have water. So yeah, this is like the very first one that I ever got, and the leaves did do this a lot, and you can see that. But since I've started using silica, I have noticed, well, that leaf has just stayed perfect. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope that you found this video interesting or at least entertaining. Do give me a thumbs up to show me that you enjoyed it, and if you do have any questions or maybe you have some advice, love that. Please do leave me a comment down below, I'd appreciate it. Let me know about your struggles or your triumphs with your own Albo. It'll be interesting to know what you're growing your plant in and what kind of results you're getting, so do share. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Have a fabulous week. Bye.